blessed us to do it. We did it. Alhamdulillah, you know. Um, and of course, we prayed at the station of Abraham, and we drank the water from Zamzam, and then we did the walk. But to go back to the hotel, he said, "It's not over, y'all. Go back and cut your hair, you know, and all that." And we went back to our hotel room. That was the end of our Umrah at that point. But a very spiritual thing for me. Allah, it's not just the Umrah and the people you meet there, but the people you come with. You also gonna build a special bond with them, just as much as a stranger. So, and that was really special to me to be. That Allah blessed me to be with the right people that took care of me and understood me and you know corrected me in a good way. Things I didn't know had done wrong or need to be corrected on. We was that way with each other while we were there in the room, and I learned something about myself. Sister Sweetie told me something about myself. I told her things about herself while we out there in prayer. And to talk to a person during prayer time, that's the best spirit. They have the best spirit in that time of morning, unless they just a person that just mean spirited anyway. But anyway, we touched base with each other on, you know, when we thought the other person, you know, you were doing wrong or doing right. And then we showed a lot of love to each other. And, you know, excuse me. I'm just so thankful to have been with those three women that they'll be my sisters for life. And I'm going to go, I hope I shine a light that our journey will encourage somebody else to want to go, and that they will see the importance of going to fulfill, you know, have, you know, part of our religion, and that's the last pillar to do that once in a lifetime. I would encourage anybody that's watching this video, please make the Umrah of the Hajj. You know, we hope to go back again. We loved it so much. We want to go back again, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
You ain't gonna play.
Anybody else on the line that want to go?
I'm sure she will buy you. So I got to go. Anybody love me?
Anybody else on the line on the Zoom call that want to go? Otherwise, we'll go to Sister Sheila.
I'll share my experience.
Okay.
It's gonna be short.
Like the sisters I kill.
I had so when let me just say this. First, I'm thankful to Allah for giving me a change of heart, because the jury was out for me in going to that part of the world, and I have a lot of different reasons, historic reasons, just reasons. But because Ismail is so relentless and he don't take no for an answer when people tell him no, he really pushed and encouraged me to go on this trip and supported me in going to this trip. So I appreciate that. And he encouraged a lot of people to go and make Umrah. And, you know, I even had pushed back on him, and I was like, well, no, you know, you got to have all of this stuff in order. And he debunked all of that and said, no, that's not the case, and most people believe that. So I would say that if you want to go to Umrah, I think it's best to go when you're in good health. It's a physical experience as much as a spiritual and a mental experience. So for anybody that, if you know anybody that want to go to make Umrah and they just keep on putting it off saying, oh, no, not right now, it's never going to be the right time to go to Umrah, because what you're up against when you get there, you're there with the descendants of the Quraysh people. So you're dealing with a lot of crazy people when you go to Umrah. It's never going to be the right time. You just have to get yourself spiritually armored. You have to get yourself physically armored, because you're going to put some bows up, you know, when it comes down to people, especially the men who don't even see your humanity other than what it is that they want when it come down to getting to that Kaaba. And even with the women, they don't see your womanhood, they don't see your personhood either when it come down to them thinking that Prophet Muhammad is going to come out the grave and marry them because they want to get so close to him in the Prophet's mosque. So the behavior is deplorable on so many levels, and that's just one side of the coin. But on the other side of the coin, the behavior is beautiful because you get embraced by people. So I think I'm echoing some of the sentiments that I heard Auntie say, that you experience hell and you experience paradise, but you also experience, you are there there, I mean, you make Umrah with the people that you're supposed to make Umrah with. So the people, your squad, the people that's in your group, and I got to give it up to Hajj pros. Ain't nobody better than Hajj pros to me, and I haven't experienced nobody else. I don't think I want to go and make Umrah with another team, but Hajj pros out of Atlanta, they are so because they thorough. They take you to so many places. You get to experience so many places. I think I probably have seen almost every mosque between Medina and Cairo, Egypt, and been inside every one of them and prayed inside of every one of them because of Hajj pros. But it was just a beautiful experience. I met so many people from different countries, and I put inside of the chat a picture of me with a whole bunch of sisters, and they all from Nigeria, and we were in the elevator saying, "Clock it," you know, we were having a good time just playing around. But I met this other sister named Nanook, and I met her daughter and her son, and they're from Indonesia. And she knows what's been happening, you know, with the United States, the invasion of Iran, and what's happening right now. She sent me a message in WhatsApp on March 5th, and she said, "Assalamu alaikum, Zakia sister, are you okay?" She said, if America war are not safe to you, please come to Indonesia to stay in my house. Bring your family. Come here. And that's because we met each other at Umrah. Then I have another sister that I met named Kara. She's in Canada. We talk every day. She said, you met a sister for life. Then I met my other two sisters that's in the UK. Both of them are teachers just like me. So I met so many people from so many different walks of life, and I met sisters from Thailand, and I met sisters from Malaysia, which was my first trip out of the country with Imam W.D. Muhammad when we did the Vision 20. Their brother Vernon actually made it possible for me to go on that trip. May Allah rest his soul and bless him. So I met my Malaysian sisters. I met Cambodian sisters. I know for a fact that my next place that I want to go over there. To Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Cambodia. Because the spirit of the people, it was so nice. So I enjoyed it. Sister Ruth had me dying laughing on multiple occasions. So you get to have that comic relief when you with people that you know, that you are familiar with, and that you are familial with. So Sister Ruth had me dying laughing. I did realize that, you know, you work so hard to push yourself and to motivate yourself to go to make Umrah, or just to go into that part of the world, only to have somebody challenge it to the point where you feel like that you're about to break your Umrah, or you might break your Umrah because of the way that you feel. But at the end of the day, I think that Allah places us where we're supposed to be at all times, in all spaces, and He gives us the tools that we can use to navigate. So, like I said, it's a physical experience, it's a spiritual experience, it's all of the experiences above. You know, so if you can go, make sure that you keep your health together, make sure that you talk to people who are going, plan it, don't keep putting off today for tomorrow what you can do today.
That's right.
You have nothing to lose, and if Allah hasn't shown us anything else, that His planet is spacious, and He wants us to have these experiences, and that's why He made it possible. But the one thing I will say, I was surprised at the size of the Kaaba, because you know when you grow up, you think that the Kaaba is just larger than life. It's just huge. It was big, but it wasn't as big as I thought it was when I actually saw it. You know, so that was one of the things. I was like, dang, we've been talking about the Kaaba all this time, and then when I actually see it, it doesn't look the same way. And then the last thing that I'm gonna say is something that I had to question myself about, and then I also question us about. We always say stay away from idol worship as Muslims and in Islam. And I did have to question, how is going around the Kaaba and then pushing and shoving and fighting people to get to the Kaaba, how is that not a form of idol worship? So I'm still wrestling with that question, and I'm still thinking about it, and I'm still wondering about it. I'm still reading scholarship around it. So that's the question that's looming for me.
I got one more thing I want to add to your story. You were one of the people that touched that black stone. You was one of the sisters that touched the black stone, right?
I didn't touch the stone. Ibrahim touched it.
Oh, he touched it in front of you. Okay.
Yeah, he touched it because those brothers were crushing my chest. It was too much. I had to get out of that.
So Sister Lynette was the only one that touched it. I thought you did too. Okay. Sorry about that.
I touched the Kaaba. I put the picture of all of our hands on it inside the group chat, but I didn't actually touch it. Okay. But I took the video of. Wait, did you touch it? I took a video of you chat. But I took the video of Ibrahim touching it, or when he finally touched it, and then I also had a video when I went down to the cave. Here went to the cave, but I didn't actually go in the cave. I just went through to the beginning of the opening of getting to it. So.
Alhamdulillah, I appreciate you for that too. You was helping the sisters make it up that mountain. Anybody else online that wants to give their story? Is that everybody?
I'd like to add, Imam Ishmael, that we didn't go. We had our night dinner right below the cave.
Oh, okay.
And the brother, we had a beautiful spread out there, and they had camels lined up if you wanted to ride them. We took pictures of that, but we went at night, and we could see above our head the cave where the prophet received his first revelation. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And they called him a sheikh. He was one of the brother's uncle. He gave us a nice spiritual talk there. And like I said, the dinner was nice. And we met more people from walks of life. And that was one of the things that was scheduled for us to go to while we were on our journey. Yeah.
All right, you ready? You got your mic ready?
You got the mic.
Oh, I got the mic. Yeah. Let me do this. I'm going to change the battery in my camera. So we can make sure y'all not cut off.